Hello, Apps here from Dimp Digital. Welcome to Buy It or Bin It. On this edition, we take a look at Firewatch, which is a first-person adventure game developed by Campo Santo and published by Panic. As always, I'll start with my cards on the table, but there's only really one you need to know, and it is that I played this on the trusty PlayStation 4. This might be key to one or two of my complaints that I do have with Firewatch, which I'll talk about later on, so just remember that whilst I'm talking about certain aspects of the game. It's going to be a very brief review because it is heavily reliant on its narrative, and as usual, I am not going to give away the game for you. I do not like to spoil any aspects of any narrative in any of my reviews, so I'm going to be talking very generally about the setting, as I always do, what you do, and because you're best off discovering all this stuff yourself. I'm honest, if you decide at the end of the review you want to get it, I hope that I haven't ruined any aspects of it, because it really is one of those ones that you just want to sit down and explore and find things out for yourself. Now, you take control of a chap named Henry who accepts a job as a fire lookout in the Shoshone National Forest Park. Henry's only form of communication when he rocks up is a walkie-talkie where he can speak to his boss, who is named Delilah. As Henry, you do have dialogue choices when you're contacting and communicating with Delilah, and depending on the choices you make, this can influence the kind of relationship these two have. The voice acting and the writing between these two is absolutely spot on. It's simply superb, and it is just great fun just going back and forth between the two. I had so many good times just talking to Delilah as Henry. When you're not trying to charm or perhaps annoy Delilah, you'll be wandering around the beautiful forest, carrying out what is seemingly mundane tasks, but Campo Santo are very clever and they do an excellent job of letting you and Henry interact and learn about the area. The opening few hours where you're just discovering the histories and goings on of Shoshone National Forest are certainly Firewatch's strongest moments. Presentation wise, this looks fantastic. However, the PS4 did really struggle to give me a smooth experience, and I even had it hard crashing me once on one of my playthroughs, and that is disappointing, if I'm honest. Chappers has been running this on his Linux, and he hasn't reported any issues of crashing or struggles with the frame rate, so perhaps you won't have the same issues if you don't go down this route. If you go for a PC equivalent, you might not have these issues. Needless to say, if you're a PS4 owner, this is a little bit of a disappointment. I'm going to wrap up Firewatch now. I can't really say much more about giving it away. I mean, you just need to know, the general gist of the game. I think I've given that to you guys. Firewatch is well worth its weight. I feel like it drops the ball in a couple of areas, presentation-wise, and maybe some aspects of the story, but it doesn't... I was expecting it had potential to be an incredible experience. Honestly, I really believe if this was done just a few tweaks and a few changes here and there, this would have been absolutely amazing. But I can't sit here and say, because it's not reached a gold or a platinum standard, that I'm not going to recommend it, because on its own merit, it's still worth playing. Time for the formalities though. Firewatch, should you buy it or bin it? Fucking buy it.